Problem behavior of intellectual disability. What is intellectual disability? Intellectual disability characterized by below average intellectual capacity, which is below 70 IQ, and lack of basic skill necessary for day-to-day living. They are varying in degree of intellectual disability from mild to profound level. Intellectual disability, formally known as mental retardation, they have multiple causes. For example, there are many genetic causes, brain injuries like traumatic brain injuries, congenital brain injuries, progressive brain injuries can cause intellectual disability. Some types of medical condition can also affect the brain development of intellectual disability. These medical conditions are like infection illness of mother, like anemia, diabetes, heart disease like palpitation, breathlessness, high blood pressure, malaria, measles infection, sexually transmitted disease, touch infection, and other environmental factors like excessive consumption of alcohol, tobacco, intake of drugs or medicine, poor diet, emotional trauma, complication during birth, and some condition like high fever, viral infection, jaundice, poor diet, and immunization after birth can also cause intellectual disability. These different causes means each person's disability is unique. There is no single set of shared traits or features. For example, there are no personality traits common to children with intellectual disability. However, certain specific syndrome that cause intellectual disability have same type of characteristics. For example, children with Down syndrome who have abnormal gene structures, they have same type of symptoms like congenital heart disease, lazy eye, flaccid muscles, mouth breathing, etc. Similarly, children with Williams syndrome, they have also abnormal gene structures and have same type of symptoms like colic or feeding problems, attention deficit, learning problems, and speech delay. However, by definition, all children with intellectual disability have limited intellectual functioning. These limitations often create some commonly observed problem behavior. Then problem behaviors. Problem behaviors are a major concern and frustration for parents and also for school teachers. Sometimes it is difficult to determine whether a child is displaying normal or deficient behavior. Some problem behaviors are common at certain age and may continue as a normal part of growing ages, like inattention. Between the age 2 to 4, it is normal. Then, development of problem behavior. How it is developed? There is no single cause or process that explains the development of all problem behaviors. In some cases, it is due to maturational lag, which can be corrected by itself. Some other cases, the child's basic temperament may shape his behavior into problem behavior. But in special education, we found learning to play plays the biggest role in developing problem behavior. Parents often reward unacceptable behavior without his knowledge. In order to stop that behavior, giving the child all their attention or by trying to bribe the child with a doll or goodie. In most instances, such behavior are simply learned through imitation of other people, that is abusing. Sometimes inability to parents keep the child in some constructive and enjoyable activity develops problem behavior. Most children display a combination of normal and deviant behavior. Not all difficult behaviors are problematic, like fighting with siblings. Some may be seen for a short period, others may last longer and interfere in learning. Some behaviors problems may be harmful to child or may be harmful to others, and some may be socially unacceptable, which interfere child's development. Fighting with siblings, it is generally happen and it is not the problem behavior. But if the child fighting with sibling for a long periods and several times in a day, then also it is called problem behavior. At this point, the behavior management are sought. Then what is the criteria of selecting problematic behavior? In order to determine whether a particular child has a problem behavior or not, we generally use the following criteria. Criteria number 1, age appropriateness, frequency. Criteria number 3, intensity. Criteria number 4, that is severity number and diversity. Age appropriateness. Child's age and developmental status are very important in determining the normality of the child's behavior. For example, temper tantrum is normal till 4 to 5 years, but beyond is concern. Similarly, bedwetting till 5 years may be normal, but after 5 years, it is a problem behavior. Similarly, attention seeking 2 to 5 years is normal. Beyond that, it is problematic one. Then next criteria is frequency. If the problem persists several times in a day or a week or in a month, then it can be called undesirable behavior. For example, temper tantrum by a 9 years old child every day or 3 to 4 times in a week or several times in a month or as compared to once or none in the month, then it is called problem behavior. Similarly, another criteria is intensity. If a particular behavior seen an intense form, it is called problematic behavior. For example, if the child breaks, crushes objects or household items, hits a head against the wall and injures himself, beats other around him, then it is called problem behavior. The last criteria is severity, number and diversity. Some particular behaviors may occur once in a while, but it is very dangerous for the child and also for the people around the child. For example, setting fire to the house, destroy useful household things. Sometimes the child may have problems in more than one area like poor attention, overactivity, aggression, aggressiveness and disobedience. Some common behavior problems found in child with intellectual disability. These are temper tantrums, problem related to eating, hyperactivity, anorexia and cocosis, aggressive behavior, head banging and masturbation. These are the common behavior problems which have been seen with the children with intellectual disability. For its management, see my another YouTube videos. Thanks.